This is a video response to Jackie Martin, who did a video on regrets, specifically getting rid of them and talking about them. She did 21 because she's 21, I'm 26, so I'm going to do 26 regrets from my life that I want to let go of. Hair regrets. Hair regrets from middle school. I had hair about this long, just mainly because I didn't want to go to the hairdressers. Wasn't a good look. Also in middle school, I tripped a girl in a corridor. She was annoying me. I'm really sorry. Lucy, if you're watching, sorry, I was a dick. Second time I got drunk, I just kept drinking. Like, I was already drunk, barely able to stand up, found some more alcohol, kept drinking. Never been that drunk again, never wished to be that drunk again because I was so hungover the next day. I was constantly throwing up. I kept retching long past when, like, there was anything in my stomach. It was a horrible day, and the day after wasn't great either. More middle school regrets. Most of this is middle school stuff, actually. Various people I didn't notice the signs from, who may have wanted romantic relationships with me, who I may have wanted to get into romantic relationships with. Looking back on it, things they said, dropping hints. I am completely impervious to hints. Hearing damage. You've heard me talk about this before. I went to one gig. It was a good gig. It was way too loud. Didn't even think about wearing earplugs at that time. And I now have hearing damage. Not buying Bitcoin. Should have bought Bitcoin. When I first heard about it, I would be a fucking millionaire. Insulting my brother over the phone. It was just one conversation, but it sticks in my head. It's one of those things which stick in your head. And it was meant to be one of those, like, jokey, we're friends, so we can insult each other. And it just, the tone was wrong, and I never really got past it for the rest of the conversation. So awkward. I think he's probably forgotten about it now. Early days of freelance design. I did work without contracts, which is a bad idea. I did hours and hours of work for these guys, and they just never came through and paid me. And I had nothing to make them pay me because I didn't have a contract. Back to middle school. Are you seeing a pattern yet? I signed this little bit of paper, which probably ruined this other kid's life, along with a lot of other people. There were like 100 signatures on this thing. And it was basically just like, we all hate this person. It was horrible. Looking back on it, we should not have done that. It was just one of those things which gets passed around. They're like, oh, this is going to be so funny, we're going to hand this over to this guy. And it was just horrible bullying and probably scarred him. The magic trick. I still think about the magic trick. I'm not even going to talk about the magic trick. Maybe it'll come up in another video, but it's not getting discussed. We don't talk about the magic trick. Not doing gymnastics when I was younger. That would have been cool. I would have been a cool kid who could do gymnastics. Like, I feel like a backflip gives you a lot of confidence early on in life. Burning my hands. Self-explanatory. Got drunk, burnt my hands. There's a video of that somewhere in the catalogue of videos. I've done like 200 videos now. Breaking my arm. Both of those things could easily have been avoided by me not being an idiot. Chasing a bus and then falling off my bike, hurting my head, not even knowing what I'd done for that 5 minutes. I assume that's what I did, but I have memory loss for that 5 minutes. I know I chased the bus, and I know I fell off the bike. No idea what else happened. One of my relationships. Not going to say which one, but one of them just would have been better not happening for everyone involved. Things I still do, which I regret on a fairly daily basis. Staying up too late. Oh, what time is it? Not keeping up with friends. Not keeping up with university friends, specifically. Not keeping up with school friends. They are long gone. I could still keep up with the university friends, though. Not going out more. Not organising events. I am terrible at organising events. I will come to your event, maybe, if you invite me specifically to it, but I'm terrible at inviting other people to events which I organise. So I'm very much on that side of the equation. I still haven't learned to drive. Here's a horrible thing I did in middle school. Middle school Spider Plant 3. I was in a queue for a water fountain. British. Obviously we queue for the water fountain even though we're in middle school. This kid in front of me is taking ages, and I reach out and I bash his head down onto the metal water fountain. Thankfully, I didn't break any of his teeth. I guess at that age, you just don't realise what consequences your actions could have. You're just like, ooh, I'm angry. This guy's taking too long. I know what I'd do. I'll just bash his head in. Not moving rooms in my university flat. That's a big thing. Like, it doesn't sound like a big thing, but I should have moved way sooner and got my own room. Because I was sharing a room, and it was not good for me in the first year of university. I had a big project in university. I was binding a book which I'd made. I made this really fancy book. I was going to bind it over the weekend. I also had a job offer for painting a wall for some family friends, and they were going to pay me for this. And after I decided not to paint the wall, and I was going to spend the weekend binding the book, like a good boy, doing like the graphic design I was supposed to do, I realised I could have painted the wall, got the money, paid someone to bind the book professionally. I could have, like, earned some money and then paid for the professional binding and also had more money. Those are my few regrets. There's probably not 26 of them there. I regret not making a list, like a numbered list,